Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Crypto News Podcast. We are buzzing as always, guys. Super pumped to have today's guest on the show. This is going to be an absolute banger. This is something that I've been thinking about, not in a sense of what our guest and his team are building. That's why I'm so excited for this. But we're getting deep into AI, digital human, digital avatars, all of it, and tying it back into crypto right now. Super pumped for this one. This is going to be an absolute banger. Today we have Roman Cyganov on the show today, founder and co-CEO of Antix, an AI platform that enables users to mint, create, and deploy hyper-realistic digital humans. This is going to be insane. And this powers obviously the new wave of applications and digital identities. He has a decade of experience in creative tech leadership, bringing a huge and strong background into creator-led and creative-first tech ventures. Antix launched its proprietary AIGE platform, which uses digital identity with the security functionality of blockchain tech, raised almost $9 million to realize its vision as well. This is going to be an all-time heater. Roman, welcome to the show, my friend. Pumped to have you on. How you doing this lovely evening in Dubai?
Hey, Matt. I'm doing great. Dubai is always like so welcoming and kind with the weather, and with like great quality of people who is coming from the globe, because this is like a hub, for everyone. This is why I really like this place physically to be in. So yeah, and thank you for having me. I would like to highlight, maybe drop a couple of insights from our side, because we have a lot, honestly.
No, yes. Start us off, mate. Kick us off.
Yeah, just a couple of words about myself and Antix, because Antix being established for big contracts when we worked with HBO, Warner Brothers, Tencent from the beginning, like subcontractor, when we are developed and bootstrapped from the beginning to build our proprietary technology based on like AAA titles on the globe markets for US and for China and for the globe like in general. And now we're finalized our platform, which is AIGE. Sounds like age, but this is AIGE, And the platform is look insane. Platform is already live. This is like a spot where you can create any type of content for social media based on one image and presets. Like uploading one image, choosing presets, and content is done. And presets are tracking trends from social media like TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, with our AI agents in real time, and these AI agents recommending you like how you can utilize these contents with your digital twin, where you can like be whatever you want it to be in image or video or speaking like videos as well. But this is not the final hook. Final hook where you can put your digital identity to the marketplace, Agora, where others can rent your digital identity to produce contents, I would say like UGC contents, like based on your restrictions. What we are doing in this case, we're cutting off the part of the business where you need to communicate between influencers and bloggers physically, and they're just renting your identity to produce content on AIGE without your involvement. And the restrictions were fully based on smart contract and blockchain to verify if people trying to do something like what you're not allowed to do with your identity. And right after that, when they're produced this content, you can check it, like what exactly they're going to post, but they have like your visual, your face, your voice, your mannerisms, right? And without needs of yours to be involved into this like process, which is cutting off a lot of time for production. So, and this is insane. And this is like two business models. The first one, subscriptions, where you have to have subscription to create this type of content. And otherwise, marketplace, where you can do KYC process to verify your identity and to get soulbound token. Or if you don't want it to verify yourself, you can like have to be on the platform without badge, let's say, without verification badge. Then others can see and they will have like question marks. Is this a real person behind it or not? Because we're trying to prevent like deepfakes, and like we're really, really strict with that. We see one of the mission to like fix the problem with deepfakes in this case, because generative AI almost everywhere already, but 42% of the people who is using social media, they are afraid of this AI because it's like so real and creating uncanny valley effect, And in this case, you have to have some verification. And this is what we are targeting on for now. And yeah, that's like what we're building.
Hold up. Quick question here for you, mate. So, I mean, that was a great start to the show, giving us a good breakdown. I want to get into the digital human market. You guys are talking about sort of digital twins, digital
Yeah.
humans. How big is this market today? What are the main use cases of this market today? And then we'll segue into how fast is it growing? How big do you think it can be? Because to my
Yeah.
knowledge, I don't think it's so large today that it's worth, and I could be completely wrong here, building a business after and putting in dozens of hours a day like you and the team are doing. But in the road, this is probably going to be behemoth. So one last time, how big is the digital human market today? How big is it going to be?
First of all, based on Goldman Sachs 2024, and there's like analysis, the market with digital humans and creative economy more than $400 billion, and digital humans in 2030 going to be $230 billion. That's like the market what we are talking about. And do you know what's the most interesting part? The utilization of digital humans, let's say, because it's so unclear, to be honest, without particular like mention how you can use it, right? Because this is something new. We are already familiar with AI, but digital twins in general have multiple utilizations. And we are started from the biggest one, like social media active content, right? Because it's already where people familiar with these markets and this type of content. This is why we have started from this point to be, let's say, innovative with what we are creating for the markets, and on the same time to be on the track right now, not in the future, but also on right now, and to be resultive not only strategically but also tactically. That's why we're using like first initial points, creative economy market for us when we are utilizing digital twins on this market. So in markets is quite big, I would say.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I just look at the use cases. This is something, and again, this is one of the reasons why I was super excited to have you on here, mate, is this is something that's in the future. A lot of the guests that come on, obviously they have, I don't want to say they all have products at that time, but I at least can sort of really understand their business model and their vision and what they're doing. It's more of the go-to-market, the precision attacking, the hard work, bit of luck as always, which depicts whether they will succeed or not. This is something I have no clue about, right? Like I can't, for me to sit here and say, oh, I know a lot about digital twins, tokenizing identity. To me, it's like, what's going on? Some pretty wild stuff here. Okay, let's just go back one last time to what you guys are sort of doing and want to do in the most simplistic terms possible. What exactly does Antix do? The platform, the tech, use cases. Save the crypto stuff because we'll save sort of the second half of the show, not the whole second half, but we'll save a bit of it for the why the token and how you guys are tying everything into Web3.
Yeah, thank you for the question. It's really like deep to explain, because Antix, this is like a holding. Antix like developing several solutions, I would say, several products, I would say. And one of the product is AIGE, the platform for content generation, where we are using like our unique flow, user-friendly interface, like, and different features for collaboration between people, between teammates, with the mood boards, with AI agents, with this trends from social media, and all of the things at once, which is creating really strong place to work with. Because in the past, my experience specifically also came from entertainment, where we worked, how I mentioned, with big titles on the markets, right? And I personally know what exactly looks great, looks awesome, and attractive for the people, and what the user flow should be for people who are not familiar with this type of like creation. Because AIGE wanted to solve the problem, like to simplify. One of the layer of it is like filters in Instagram, but filters in Instagram, this is something so old and already shitty, where you need to have like your camera, you have to have some device for that, like maybe you have to have some lights, etc. In our case, you are using one image, like one image of yours, one portraits, and you can constantly create contents like in different angles, lights, poses, like outfits. You can generate one thing and then change to another, like, I don't know, pose or something in the same backgrounds, without your needs to be in the like photo shooting or video shooting. You can do it based on one picture which you took, I don't know, in your bathroom, and then you are working with this content, like in your team working with this content. This is really what I really like from this time, because right now all the content with myself, our team are creating without my involvement. We just have copy of my voice, copy of my face, my mannerisms, and some like presets which we really like. And this AI agent also helping a lot for content creation, because she is tracking what's happening on your screen, like what are the type of content you are creating, what are the style of this content, how your mouth are moving or your fingers are moving on the like laptop, not laptop, on iPhone, let's say. And she is recommending, look, I see you did this and this great job, but I would recommend you make this and this like changes, because this will be more fit with your audience, let's say. And she's recommending with some examples from trend social media, Pinterest, etc. And you're just communicating with I don't know, new level of intelligence in this case for content creation, right? And this is like only layer of creation content, but another layer where, how I mentioned before, cutting off like the part of renting this identity. And the blockchain and utility for the token is so clear. Like blockchain we're using for verification. Any particular images, videos are landing to the blockchain, and you're using our token for credits, to convert token to the credits and to burn these credits on the platform to use computes, because it's like taking a lot of computes, by the way, for generate all of these things. Now, this is first. Second, if you wanted to achieve some features, and we have a lot, by the way, you have to have like hold our token on the platform. Then you are getting discount for credits. You are getting like different features which you can use and utilize for your needs. And the same, you are getting paid on the marketplace based on our token with fee. And we're getting paid like a platform also with our token like fee. This is like one of the utilization of the token. So, and soulbound parts is part of verification of your identity on the marketplace. So this is how we're using it as well.
Super interesting. Wow. You guys are, I can't wait to learn more about this stuff. Mate, we got to take a quick break. Give a huge shout out to our sponsor of the show, Prime XBT. When we get back, we are going to continue to buzz on everything digital twin and deep fake versus real self related. Until then, huge shout out to Prime XBT, longtime friends and longtime sponsors of the Crypto News podcast. We love the team at Prime XBT, as they offer a robust trading system for both beginners and professional traders. It doesn't matter if you're a rookie or a vet, so you can easily design and customize your layouts and widgets to best fit your trading style. Prime XBT is also running an exclusive promo for listeners of the Crypto News podcast. Use the promo code CryptoNews50, that's CryptoNews50, all one word, to receive 50% of your deposit credited to your trading account. Again, CryptoNews50, all one word, to receive 50% of your deposit credited to your trading account. Okay, let's get into the crypto part of this. Tokenized identity. For me, right away, I think of only social. Maybe I'm missing another frontier of this, but like when I think of tokenizing identity, I'm like, okay, if you're a social media creator, you get a boatload of views. This seems very low hanging fruit. You tokenize the identity, they get a kickback. You sort of have that royalty aspect to it. Whereas right now, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's a whole lot of royalties going on social media. I think it's more strictly transactional. I pay you to put my logo on your stuff, or I pay you to do a brand placement here. It's very transactional. Not really royalty-esque. Again, could be wrong there, unless you're doing, sort of a Logan Paul, Mr. Beast Prime kind of thing, where I'm sure they're making a little, piece of the pie on every single bottle of Prime sold. But then again, is that even a royalty? So let's get into tokenized identity as a whole and why the need for the token, because this is something that I'm super curious about. How does the relationship, obviously the blockchain helps with the transparency of the identity. I get that. It's a massive, never-ending ledger that stores data better than anything else on the planet. We all understand the blockchain, but why the token when it comes to digitalized identity?
Yeah, this is really cool question, because we are solving the problem on the markets and what the problem is. Let's say like music industry, right? they are already have like stream from like Spotify, Apple Music, and all of these things. And also all of the socials, if you will use music of someone, he or she will get paid by that, right? Based on like utilization of this music in socials, if they're allowed by license. In our case, I'm thinking what industry are missing still, where others can use your identity for different contents, where like system going to track who used this, what are the amount of use, etc., and you are getting paid by that, like a person or like a company, if someone holding your IPs, or maybe if you are digital fully, these IPs which you can utilize without your involvement and creates, let's say, passive income constantly for yourself. Because the market with bloggers, influencers is like quite big, right? Which I mentioned before, and there still needs to produce this content. And if someone using it like outside of the box, they're not getting money from it, but they can. And the part what we are missing right now, the blockchain and tokenization of this identity, then system can like track, okay, this account just posted Matt with his face with some new, I don't know, meme activities, and they get like, I don't know, 1 million views with yourself. You had like traction with that, and you are getting paid in our system based on token. And others also can use maybe your face or some features because this is attractive for the audience, you know? And this is opening for creators like a new door and new worlds, how they can be like in the markets themselves. Because then not only them can provide this type of content, others also can be creative with your identity to provide value for your identity and for themselves as well. It's like bringing more freedom to be in the digital space, to be whatever you wanted to be, or to be whatever you allowed others to be as well with your identity. And this is like a full different like universe. Sounds futuristic, but we're already here. I would say the things what we are building, the system is tracking what are the face, with what data this face are connected, where this face are used, which image, which like video, and this is creating like a new universe. Because like in the future, it's going to happen in any entertainment, let's say TV show, films, in real time, without needs of like shooting, video shooting, etc. Just in real time, it's going to be generated content. So this is what we are like in charge of, and this is what we are building. And the economic part is so like clear in the case. You can control all of these things based on the blockchain transparently, where anyone can track, okay, this is a real person, okay, this person getting paid by that. Or you can block some fakes who is trying to be yourself, you know? That's why blockchain and tokenization is really important for this journey, I would say.
Roman, you're on heater here, mate. We are getting a little tight for time, so a couple more questions and we will wrap up here. One point that you guys have discussed many times is bringing emotional intelligence into this next sort of, next generation of digital humans. This is something that is very interesting to me. How the heck are you guys going to bring emotional intelligence? And we'll sort of flip that into how close are we to having AI be more than an LLM and actually have emotional intelligence, and not just sort of that foresight-esque intelligence where they can and have memorized so many strings of words that they can sort of know what to say and tie emotion to that. When is there actually going to be, holy crap, this thing is actually feeling and thinking?
Do you know the system for analysis is already here, but to use it, you have to work not with LLM, right? You have to work, included your camera, your voice, where like system, by the way, LLM behind of it, and LLM just thinking about that. What's happening on the image, what are your reaction, what are your like mimic expressions, what is your tone of voice, and this is like parallel tracks of analysis. And then like end of the day, LLM get an answer and providing this answer verbally by voice. So, but on the back end, this is like LLM thinking, I would say, but with parallel tracks, right? With visual, and visual are just tracking what exactly you are doing like a human, in front of this digital identity, I would say. But do you know, this is not, I would say, final goal. My opinion, one of the utilization for digital humans, where, let's say, your digital identity and mine can communicate without our involvement, by the way, in the clouds to understand our needs. And let's say, do we have a great match with Matt to do business, or to do, I don't know, friendship, or to do, I don't know, like to play basketball or not? Maybe we'll have some issue, or how we can prevent it, or which type of people we should communicate with, or what about dating? This girl are really like will match with me or not? And all of these things going to happen in the clouds, and then you will get like recommendation from your identity. Look, I found something interesting. Now this and this person really interesting for you because your goals and traction of life, this and that, and that's the case of utilization, this digital identity. But to do it, you have to make your print with your thoughts, with your feeling, and to be like fully integrated with identity, where identity understanding like your emotions, your daily routines, and all of these things together to be more, let's say, consistent with answers, with search as well. This is, I think, the most powerful utilization of this identity. When identity working like an agent, with the government sector also to pay your tax and all of these things, and to provide you more freedom with your actions in the life.
Very interesting. Roman, this is wild, dude. And this is something I ought to do a lot more research on, but we really appreciate you coming on. Any news, anything popping off? I told you when this episode is going to air, it's going to be Monday, November 3rd. Crazy to think that October will be gone by the time this episode airs. This year's just gone by so quick, as sort of every year as you age and get older. But nonetheless, anything coming out before or on or slightly after November 3rd that you'd like to drop for us on the Crypto News Pod?
First of all, our platform is already live. Anyone can jump in to work with our platform, which is AIGE.co. Really easy to find in our socials. And all of the updates people can find on Antix.in, our website and our socials. We already have more than 500,000 followers in our socials in total. We are providing a lot of news and updates. Antix is going to launch our cards in next 3 months, physical one, when we will provide special utilities for our platform, how people can utilize this debit and credit cards on the platform. So we will be already after our TGE dates. Our TGE going to be 18th of November, which is right after. But platform going to track a lot of roadmap points, I would say, in milestones, because we already launched our agents and people can play with that mood board system. And in November, it's already workable time for our marketplace as well. Marketplace also going to be live this time. So a lot of product updates, which I would like to share with people and to get the feedback, because we always constantly working close with our community to improve, to make changes, to make it easy and more playful, I would say. So because we're taking care of user experience, I would say.
Well said. What an episode, mate. Really appreciate you coming on. Last thing, where can our listeners find you personally, and of course Antix online and on socials?
Yeah, easy to find myself in any socials. I have the same tag, Cyganov Roman, and Instagram, LinkedIn, X, everywhere the same tag. Same for Antix, Antix.in. This is Antix Interactive. Also easy to find. We have a lot of articles. We have really good SEO optimization on our websites. And AIGE.co, our products, which is already live and have a great tractions with number of users, with community, and with buzz around of these products as well.
Love it. Folks, what an epi with Roman Cyganov, founder and co-CEO of Antix, dropping bangers all epi. Future of digital identity and avatars, expressive AI, tokenized identity, you name it, we cover it. Huge shout out to Roman and the team for making this happen. If you guys enjoyed this one, I hope you did. Please do subscribe, hammer that like button. It would mean the world to my team and I. Speaking of the team, love you guys. Thank you so much for everything. And back to the listeners, keep on growing those bags and keep on staying healthy, wealthy, and happy. Love you guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Ciao.